Henry's a guy you were really pleased with his development in the spring and then in the preseason camp. And he's got a sack now in 4 straight. Is he kind of realizing that potential you started to see in practices over the offseason?
You know, I think with Henry, I think he's just getting, every game he's getting more comfortable. And as he gets more comfortable, he's seeing the plays faster, and then he's taking advantage of some opportunities.
You guys have faced a ton of pass attempts over the last month or so. You've also got some sacks. Are you pleased overall with the pass rush and the pressure you put on the quarterback as you go into this matchup with a team that likes to throw?
No, I think the production in that area has improved. You know, unfortunately, as a coach, you're always looking for more. And that's just our nature. And that being said, we left some plays out there. Are we happy that those plays did? Because those plays had an impact on the game. So we're excited about, and not excited, but we recognize that, and we're pleased with that part of it because it had an impact, a positive impact on the game. And at the same time, there's some more plays out there, and what we're trying to do right now is keep the positives and add some more.
In what ways is this team similar to Washington State, and in what ways are they maybe tougher or different at least?
I think the playbooks are similar. I think the philosophies are similar. You know, I would say the Cal does a better job of emphasizing the run. They have more plays dedicated to run. Washington State, you know, does a nice job of running the ball, but there's a bigger playbook at Cal with runs. I think that's the biggest difference. Other than that, I think a lot of the routes are similar. I think the philosophy is similar. I think the quarter, you know, it's very similar from that standpoint.
How much tougher is it though when you are defending a bigger running playbook, so to say?
You know, every game is the same. You know, the challenges are the same. You know, you got to get lined up, you got to get your eyes right, you've got to be stubborn with pad level, you got to tackle hard, and then you got to keep leveraging the pass game. And that is the same. You know, every game you go into, you go, these guys do this and these guys do that, but when the game starts, you know, whatever's working, they do. And so we just got to be prepared for both of them.
Where have you seen Jared Goff improve from this year to last year?
He looks like the same guy to me. He makes great decisions. The one thing that I've noticed this year with Jared is that he runs the ball more. A year ago, I don't remember him running as much, but now there's a couple run plays that he'll run, and if he sees coverage and no one's open, he'll take off and run if he can. That's the biggest difference I see this year.
John Neal was saying that about 6 of his interceptions have been off of tips. The interceptions that are more pure, that aren't the jump balls, are they because they're getting pressure on Goff, or is he just making those honest mistakes?
No, I think it's a combination. You know, from what I've seen, I think it's a combination of some communication, maybe the receiver's not running the exact route that he thinks, and then sometimes it's pressure on him. So I think there's a combination.
What's Henry been doing? I think he's got 4 sacks in 4 games now. Seems like he's really coming along.
You know, I think Henry's just feeling more comfortable in the defense. You know, it's his second year. Last year we bounced him around a lot of positions. This year he's been playing relatively the same position. He's playing all 4 positions on his D-line, but he's been very consistent at the D-line and not at linebacker. And I think he's just starting to really get a natural feel for what's happening, and he's taking advantage of what he's seeing.
Are you seeing that progression in Jalen Jokes as well?
I think Jalen's done a nice job as well. I think both of those guys have done a nice job, and I think they both have very bright futures.
Thanks, Don.
More about